Tansem, Mr. Trudeau, Chris Nachkate, CTV National News. President Joe Biden last night said Americans are going to be able to have a July 4th barbecue because every American will have their shot by then, a somewhat return back to normal. When are you going to formally change your vaccination timeline for Canadians?
The big vaccination timeline that we have been talking about for a long time now has always been the end of March. And we had a goal of vaccinating or getting 6 million doses into Canada by the end of March. We're now looking at over 8 million doses by the end of March. So that is good news. We have also made repeated commitments to Canadians that everyone who wants to get vaccinated will be vaccinated by September. That continues. But in my conversation with the provinces last night, we heard from a number of people who are looking to have everyone received a first dose earlier than that. We will continue to work with experts, work with the various provinces, and do everything we can to get everyone vaccinated as quickly as possible so we can get back to normalcy as soon as possible. Nous avons
Answer repeated in English. We've always spoken of two specific targets when it comes to vaccines. First of all, we talked about receiving 6 million doses by the end of March. We're already speaking of 8 million now that will arrive in Canada before the end of this month. The other target was to ensure that every single Canadian could be vaccinated by the end of September. We are right on schedule. I can say that I spoke to the different provinces and territories yesterday, the premiers, and they hope to vaccinate as many people as possible with at least a first dose by May. We hope that we'll have good news in the months to come, better news. But we are doing everything we can to vaccinate as many people as possible, as quickly as possible, to get back to normal as soon as we can.
When Donald Trump even threatened to block PPE, there was an uproar in this country. And now you've got the Biden administration actually blocking shipments of vaccines. What do you think about that action by the Biden administration? And are you worried that this kind of response from the United States is going to threaten Canada's shipments of AstraZeneca vaccine?
None of the vaccines that we have been contracted for or promised to Canadians have been blocked either by the European Union or by the United States. We have signed significant contracts for tens of millions of doses that will be arriving in the coming months. And we are confident that there will not be interruptions to those vaccines. But it's one of the reasons why we have signed a more diverse portfolio than just about any other country for more potential doses per Canadian than for any other citizens in the world, because we knew that there was always a potential of challenges around that. That's how we make sure that we're going to be able to vaccinate as many Canadians as possible, as quickly as possible. On AstraZeneca, we have a contract for about 20 million doses this year, and we are looking forward to receiving a schedule on those doses, hopefully in the coming weeks. We will continue to work to get as many doses as possible, as quickly as possible for Canadians.
Answer repeated in English. Since the very beginning, in French rather, since the very beginning, we've signed various contracts with various companies to ensure that our supply chain is resilient, to ensure that if ever there were any challenges, delays, or even products not coming through anywhere, then we would be able to continue to provide vaccines to Canadians. And I can emphasize that no vaccine shipment was blocked by the European Union, by the US, or any other country. We are going to continue to receive the vaccines that we've ordered, and I can reassure Canadians in that respect. I should also emphasize that we have a contract with AstraZeneca to receive 20 million doses this year. We hope to begin receiving them very soon. Of course, we are waiting to see what their delivery schedule is.